Hey, Nikki Brown here. No matter where you are, and no matter what part of the world you are in, I hope that you are having a good day. I hope you can hear me. I had my Bluetooth plugged in. Looks like the timer's still going, so it didn't cut you off. And so all is well. Uh, so I wanted to come on here and tell you, for those of you who are genuine and want genuine connections, there are a lot of chosen ones out here. There are a lot of people who, again, are just genuine and sincere. And they want genuine connections, genuine friendships. And they're finding this very not so easy to obtain. I'm going to say it that way. Because there are a lot of deceptive people, or as some people call them, Decepticons, like a transformer. You have to be careful because Decepticons will pretend to be the same person you are, or the same type of person that you are. So let's say, for example, if you meet somebody and you say, "Oh yeah, I like to go skating every Friday night." They'll say, "Oh, I love to go skating." And all of a sudden, everything that you say, they will claim to have an interest in. But as you get to know this person, you realize they don't have an interest in those things at all. They're just piggybacking off of whatever you say, and they're using it to their advantage to manipulate and be deceptive, right? So that they can get you on their good side. So that you won't, once they do something deceptive, you won't really realize that they're doing it. It's a gaslighting technique. And you'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and you'll remember the times that you could trust this person before, when this person said this or said that. So then it confuses the mind to make you think this person is something other than what they're showing you at the moment. But Maya Angelou said it best: when somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time. So when they do the first deceptive thing, you're supposed to distance yourself right then and there. You're not supposed to give them another chance. But a lot of times we do, right? Because there's something else about them. We're enjoying their friendship, or maybe some other benefit that we enjoy. So we keep them around, right? But usually this person only gets worse. Now, if you're both manipulating each other and this is how you feel like you should operate, then by all means do you. Right? But if you're not that way and you don't like it, again, the first thing you should do is distance yourself immediately. Sure, you can check them on the behavior. You can let them know. You don't have to say mean or nasty. You can just say it. Like, I noticed that well, I remember when you told me you like skating, but you don't like to skate. You don't even know how. Right? And you can, again, see that as, a lot of people say, oh, 3 strikes. And sometimes I do the 3 strikes rule. I just pay attention and stay mindful of what's going on. But usually by that 3rd strike, I've already started to back away before the 3rd strike. And if you choose to still be that person's friend, again, that's on you. But you just know who this person is and how this person is. So if they do something different, do something that is also unacceptable, you just have to accept that that's how that person is. And if that's what you choose to do, that's fine. But some people will do something deceptive and then get mad at you for calling them out on it. Or they'll get mad at you for distancing yourself. Or they'll get mad at you when if you say, well, I've learned all that I need to learn about you, and this is not, or you might say, I have enough friends, or whatever it is that you say. There are different things that you can say, as opposed to just, what is it called? Just completely rejecting or abandoning them. But it's called something. When you just completely stop talking to the person. I don't remember what that term is. But you can provide an explanation, to give that person some type of closure. But keep in mind, they're not going to like it, and they're probably going to be upset about it. So whether you do it, and a lot of times they say it's not good etiquette for you to text the person, but if you're a shy person, or if you just don't want to deal with the confrontation that is going to happen, sometimes you might need to send that text message. As I get older and as I learn different things, and I've been in different situations and had different experiences, I do better at communicating it verbally. But again, I know that some people don't feel comfortable doing that. So you have to do what you feel comfortable doing. And unfortunately, if you feel okay with just stopping communication altogether with no explanation, then that may be something that you have to do, because people know what they're doing, right? Most of the time. Sometimes they don't. There are some people who are mimicking the behavior of people around them, and it has worked with or for other people. So because it has worked, with other people in the past, they start to normalize it in their minds, and they don't see anything wrong with it, when in fact there is something wrong with it. But sometimes you have to remind people, like, has anyone ever done that to you? And when they did that to you, did you like it the first time it was done to you? And if you didn't, then why are you doing this to other people? And again, the response may be, but that's what people do. That's how people are. But you don't have to be how people are. You can choose to step outside of that lane and do something different, right? When you know better, you're supposed to do better. And some people choose not to do better. Again, they normalize certain behaviors and justify it and excuse it as if it's okay, when in fact it may not be. And this is how people operate in most areas, in business, and in personal relationships. So you can't fault them if they got to the top of the corporate ladder by exhibiting this behavior. And so again, of course they're going to do it in their personal lives, because now it seems normal. It seems like this is what you're supposed to do. So just keep that in mind. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time. And again, somebody will fumble the ball and then get mad at you, and they'll even stalk you. Like, they'll follow you on your social media, or they'll try to call you or text you. You're like, why is this ex from 5-10 years ago still trying to reach out to me? Or why is this employer trying to still get me to come back? Or why is this this person that I've been estranged from in my family now, reaching out to me when they treated me, they mistreated me before. Whatever it is, when you're, on a righteous path, or elevating higher, or becoming a better person spiritually, whatever you call it, it all means basically the same thing. A lot of times people get hung up on the words, but it's the feeling on the inside. And those terms basically mean the same thing. You're doing your best to be better as a person. You're becoming your best self, right? And what you consider your best self maybe operating with integrity, speaking your mind, practicing self-care, so that again, if you meet someone who has anger issues, you don't just say, oh, I can fix this person. You say, this person probably needs some help, and I'm not the person who can fix them. Even if you have a psychology degree, or even if you have a life coaching certification, or whatever you have, that person is 9 times out of 10 not going to be receptive of getting the information from you if that's not how you met. If you met this person under the guise of, I want to date, if you try to now counsel this person, they're probably not going to be open to it. So you again have to remove yourself for your own self-care, for your own self-love. And you have to allow them to go through the healing process on their own with someone else, if and when they choose to do so. Because they may never choose to do so. They may continue to, try to manipulate